Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video is going to cover some basic Bison knockdown and okizeme. Real quick, if you like this type of content, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow it in year 2. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if there's a type of content or tutorial you'd like to see me produce, please just leave a comment, let me know so I can get working on it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're going to start with the standing stuff. So scissors kick, light is +2, medium and heavy are +3. So this is really just strike, throw, shimmy, right? You're in throw range for all of these. And as well, even if they do an immediate attack, you can walk back and shimmy with like heavy kick into that, into whatever ender. We're going to look at those later. Okay, so you're in a spot where it's like, okay, I feel pretty good about this, right? Not too complicated. The only thing is with light, if you're trying to frame trap, make sure you're mashing crouch light punch. Because your mediums can get counter hit. I'm not really good at this hit stun, but you got to make sure you mash crouch jab there if you're trying to catch them mashing jab. Otherwise, on medium and heavy, you can match crouch medium punch, and that'll beat their 4-frame. Okay, now, Psycho Crusher, outside of juggles, medium and light are both +20, which means, again, forward dash and then just strike, throw, shimmy. Now, at +1, if they mash throw, or if they mash jab, 4-framer, and you do a throw, they'll win, but your 4-framer will beat theirs. So it's a little less favorable for them than +2, or excuse me, it's a little more favorable for them than +2 is, but not a big deal. On to some more interesting stuff. So light punch and medium punch bomb don't have a very good knockdown, to be honest with you. The thing they've showed off in the trailers, and I'll show it off here, is doing the Psycho Crusher. And at first you're like, okay, cool. If they block, I'm +6, right? And I'm in throw range, so I can go for throw, I can go for medium punch and counter hit confirm and all that fun stuff. But the thing is that this gets bopped by DI very hard. So you can't block in time if they DI, and that's just kind of a no-go, right? Because at lower ranks, people are going to wake up with DI pretty frequently. I think there's going to be a lull in Diamond to Low Master where people don't wake up with DI as much, but then eventually people are just going to know that they can DI it, and they're going to DI it. So not that good. Also, it's a little bit of a knowledge check even if they're in burnout, because from certain spacings, like Luke can wake up with like crouch heavy punch and trade or win depending on the spacing and timing of the whole thing. So that's going to be a different option for different characters, obviously, but it'll beat wake up jabs, but it'll lose or tie with wake up like 6, 7, 8-framer, which isn't necessarily good. The other thing you can do off of these is you can manually time a drive rush stand medium punch. Okay. So if I set Luke to wake up with jab, I can counter hit this. You just have to time it a little bit. And you can like link into crouch medium kick and into OD scissors kick into a launch, into a combo, right? But for the most part, I think you're better off just kind of playing neutral here and just sort of letting the bomb sit there and kind of pressure him into making a mistake, rather than maybe trying to overextend. Because if they block, you don't get a ton, right? You can maybe do like this, and then we're back in that +6 situation that we were in with the Psycho Crusher, right? Where we're in throw range, and we can strike, throw, shimmy, and all that fun stuff. But for the most part, I think like you can apply pressure if you want to, but probably better to just let it go. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead to this. So there are, I think, 3 enders from OD Scissors Kick that you're going to see. So the first one just being the max damage meterless, which is medium Psycho Crusher, leaves you at +21. So if we forward dash from here, we're +2. Now all of a sudden our throw will beat their wake up 4-framer. So it's just, again, Am I going to jab you? Am I going to throw you? Am I going to try to shimmy or do a delayed button to beat delay tech, right? That's the whole game. Just play it like it's Street Fighter V and everybody will be happy. The other under that I think you'll see a lot is this stand heavy punch, okay? And that sets up a 41 frame safe jump with our jump light kick. So that hits in front if they back rise, and it will hit cross up if they recover in place. Right? Now, this being a 41 frame safe jump means that, yeah, if they OD DP, we'll be completely fine. Right? We can still just safe jump it fine. But if they use a 5 frame reversal, so for Luke, that could be his light DP or his level 2. If we do this, whoops. We will get punish countered. But if you notice the opponent is doing that, you can just empty jump it and their light DP will be fine. As somebody that plays Marisa, who has her meterless 41 frame safe jump off of her mid-screen safe jump, the amount of times I've gotten light DP'd on it, I think I can count on one hand. So it's not something people do a lot, but it's just something to be aware of. Okay. Now, the most interesting option, or what I think is probably the best Oki, but I'm not saying that it's like the ender you should always go for, because it loses 350 damage versus Psycho Crusher, is this heavy bomb. So it leaves us at plus 31, which is a really good frame advantage, because then we can do drive rush heavy punch, and it hits on the last active frame. It's plus 7 on block, okay? And at plus 7, we can do micro walk into throw, and beat their normal. And if we do this successfully, okay, we're very close to having that bomb explode. You see there I did sweep, or I did slide, excuse me, and it was a block string into the bomb, right? So there's a lot of stuff we can do here that's very strong that sort of makes them go, ooh, there it was a frame trap. He tried to punish. The point is the slide is safe. We can do drive rush like medium kick or whatever just to keep them kind of nailed down. And they're just in a spot where they don't really want to take the throw. But if they don't take the throw, they're going to, right? They can get hit by this, or this is, I think, max damage, right? We can do something like that, meterless, or the last advanced combo trial. I think that's like the same route there. That's, I don't know if you see my combo damage, that's the 6600 if you do the whole combo. But point is, they're in this really bad spot where they don't really like taking this throw, because it puts them in a spot where, oh my goodness, now the bomb's exploding on me and I could eat left, right, up, down, throw, shimmy, whatever, right? Makes it kind of scary. And even if they stand still, you're going to be plus a gajillion right in their face. Okay. Well, what about delay tech? Because surely that'll tech the throw and block the normal, right? As we know it does. Well, the thing about that is they can still lead a bunch of damage there. Okay. So we can shimmy with heavy kick. I think technically this is going to be damage optimal if I can get it to space right, but it's very difficult because you can do this heavy kick and then that into OD Psycho Crusher, and that's like 6,000 plus damage. But I think the spacing is kind of difficult. Not that you shouldn't go for it, but just it'll take me longer than a couple hours to get there. That being said, you don't have to go for the strike throw right away if you don't want to, because you can also go for medium punch into the bomb again. And that puts us in this +6 in their face, strike throw, gotta eat it type of situation. And the thing that's really strong about this, I think, is like the drive gauge damage. So if, for example, they only have a little bit of drive gauge left, which I'll simulate by doing this. We can like burn them out or something, okay? So if they only have a little bit of drive gauge left, we can put them in the spot where, one, we can, hey, strike, throw, shimmy, all that fun stuff, right? But we can also just kind of go for maximum drive gauge damage, okay? So bottom line, you know, and they're in a spot here again where if I change them to mashing after the second, thing is blocked, so he blocks, he mashes here. We can still grab this. Again, you have to do a little bit of a delay on the throw because you're +6. But we can also do something like this, and again, they eat a bunch of damage for mashing there. We can shimmy if they attack, all that fun stuff. So that's why I think that's a really strong setup, right? But it loses 350 damage for the damage optimal Juggle Ender, so I'm not sure if it's going to be something that, you know, everybody's going to do, but it's something I'll certainly probably play around with. Anyways, this was just supposed to be very quick, kind of day one stuff. This is a character that'll take a long time to figure out, so if I missed something, just let me know. I'm sure I did. I know I did. I probably missed something huge, gigantic, cheap, whatever. So if you do know something that I've missed, please let me know. I haven't even watched any matches. I just was in training mode all day. Anyway, hopefully this is helpful, and as always, have a good time.